Hi, this is Mukul, and in this video I would be showing you one of the most precise, aggressive and brilliant game ever played. The game was played between Alexander Beliavsky and Bent Larsen in Tilburg, Netherlands in 1981. Alexander Beliavsky had white pieces and he started with e4, c6, Caro-Kann defense, d4, d5, knight to c3, all the standard moves. D takes on e4, knight takes on e4, bishop to f5 attacking the knight, knight goes to g3 attacking the bishop, bishop to g6, and now h4, very sharp, planning to play h5 and trap the bishop, h6 making way for the bishop to retreat, knight to f3. This pair of knights is extremely dangerous. You will see it later in the game. Knight to d7, h5 attacking the bishop, bishop goes back to h7, bishop to d3, bishops were exchanged, knight from g to f6, bishop to f4, e6, and white castled queenside. 12 moves have been played. Who is better? Well, white has completed its development. The white minor pieces are well placed and well coordinated. Also, the white king is safe, whereas black king is still in the center of the board. Black pieces are on the back ranks and black is not well developed. So white is better. Bishop to e7, preparing to castle kingside. It is white to play. From this moment onwards till the very end, white continued to play the most amazing moves, starting with knight to e5, placing the knight in the center. a5, black should have captured the knight on e5. You will see later. a5 was played. Rook from h to e1, aligning the rook with the black king. a4, expanding on the queen side. How should white continue? White played a move that shattered black's confidence. Are you ready to see the move? Or do you wish to pause and find out the move yourself? Well, the move is knight to g6, attacking the rook on h8 but sacrificing the knight. After thinking, Larsen played knight to d5, attacking the bishop. And how to save the bishop? Okay, let's go back. What happens if f takes on g6? Then queen takes, this is check, king to f8, rook takes pawn, queen to e8, offering to exchange queens, and knight to f5, not capturing the queen but bringing another attacker. The best move in this position is knight takes on h5, queen takes queen, rook takes queen, rook takes bishop, rook takes rook, and now bishop to d6, pinning and winning. And let's go back to this position. What happens if queen takes queen? Then pawn takes queen, bishop to b4, saving the bishop, a3 attacking the bishop, and where is the bishop going? If bishop to a5, then bishop to d6 check, king to g8, knight to e7 check, king to f8, knight takes on c6, discovered check from the bishop, king to g8, knight to e7 check, king to f8, knight to f5, discovered check from the bishop, king to g8, rook to e7, and knight to e8 is the best response, because in this position if a random move is played then we have this checkmate. So after knight to e8, white simply grabs the knight, and after knight takes bishop, knight takes knight, and white has 3 extra pawns. So to avoid all this, knight to d5 was played. It is white to play, and white played another surprising move, and the move is knight to f5, throwing the knight in the fire. It looks like white does not care about his pretty horses. Bishop to f8 was played. Let's go back. What happens if the obvious is played? Then knight takes rook, knight from 7 to f6, bishop to d2 saving the bishop, king to f8, c4 kicking the knight, knight to c7, queen takes pawn, king to g8, knight takes on f7, king takes on f7, queen to g6 check, king to f8, rook to e3, a3, b3, queen to d7, rook from d to e1, doubling the rooks on the e file, rook to e8, rook takes bishop, rook takes rook, and bishop to b4, pinning and winning. And in this position, what happens if black continues with knight takes bishop attacking the queen? Then queen simply grabs the pawn on f5. The threat is queen takes on f7 checkmate, and after knight moves, queen takes knight. And let's try one last continuation. What if f takes on g6, killing the knight which was attacking the rook? Then knight takes on g7 check, king to f8, knight takes on e6, forking the king and the queen, which is also winning for white. So in this position, black decided to go for bishop to f8. White played bishop to d6, adding more pressure on the bishop. Rook to g8 was played. What if we have bishop takes bishop, then knight takes bishop, checkmate? So rook to g8 was played, c4 kicking the knight, knight goes to b4 attacking the queen, queen to h3, and finally black decided to take the knight on g6, but it was too late. Rook takes on e6 check. Look at this brilliant attack. White is attacking and attacking and attacking. This is absolutely brutal attack. King to f7. How should white continue? Well, rook from d to e1 looks like the correct continuation, but as if there were not enough surprises, white decided to go for another spectacular move, which is h takes on g6 check, sacrificing the rook. King takes rook, what else? And what is the follow-up? The follow-up is rook to e1 check, knight to e5 blocking. White played a move and black resigned, and the move is bishop takes knight. Why did black resign? Black resigned because he was completely exhausted and was not in the mood to take any more surprises. phenomenal attack. And all this started at move 13 when knight to e5 was played. I hope you loved watching this video. I wish you good luck with your king hunt, and bye for now. Thank you.